Hello everybody, it is Reed Mahalko from readaboutsex.com, and I'm just going to talk about oral sex for a couple of minutes. Why? Because I teach oral sex workshops all over the country, whether it's blowjobs and beyond, or I'll have what she's having, or hand sex, which also has an oral component to it. There's also a video series that I've done called Oral Sex Expertise Made Simple. So if for whatever reason you can never get to a workshop of mine, if you're living in some other country, or I'm just never seem to be coming to your town, or never available in your town when you're available, I invite you to check out the Oral Sex Expertise Made Simple video series. If you don't like it, if you don't find it valuable, if it's already stuff you know, you can just ask for your money back, and on the video series we'll give you 100% of your money back. No questions asked. That being said, my little 2 or 3 minute educational mini workshop right now is for those of you who are Star Trek fans, and I am a big geek. I want you to make the Vulcan greeting, the Vulcan hand sign. And I want you to remember that this, whenever you see Spock, whenever you see Star Trek, is basically a show about sex geeks. And the idea and the new sex geek gang sign I want you to burn into your brain is this idea of using your hand the next time you play with somebody's vulva, and vulva is the term for the outside of a vagina, and the vagina is the inside of the vulva. I want you to remember this Vulcan hand sign, because what I'm trying to anchor for you is that there is the clit, and coming off of the clitoris, if this was a side view, are two what are called the clitoral legs. And they come off of the clitoral shaft, which goes back into the pubic, under the pubic bone. But these two legs, what are called the clitoral legs, are erectile tissue with lots of feel-good nerve endings in them. And they're just underneath the labia. And a really common mistake that a lot of men and women make when they're playing with vaginas and vulvas, and this is something I talk about when I lecture at colleges a lot and I'm talking to men's groups, is too many of us go for the hole too soon. We go and try to, play with, maybe we're so excited, we just want to penetrate, and maybe we've gotten bad modeling from watching too much mainstream porn, where it has to look very active, and penetration is very erotic in porn. But basically, rather than going for the hole when you play with somebody's vulva, do the Spock move, and basically leave your hand right on the outside of the labia, and just massage. Use your palm to bear down on the pubic mound as you drape your fingers on either side of the opening. And then what you're doing is you're using your palm to press down on somebody's pubic mound, which also can feel really good. And using your fingers to create this massage feeling, or maybe just using kind of a gentle push, pressure, release on somebody's pubic mound and clitoral legs. This does a lot of really interesting things, because you're then massaging all this erectile tissue while not going for the hole too soon, and giving everything time to come online. And as erectile tissue comes online and is more oxygenated because there's blood flow in there, and then the nerves are feeling more because they're oxygenated, and what I like to say, they've come online. Then what you'll notice is that people start to kind of hump, men and women alike, because that erectile tissue is also going through our pelvic floor muscles. And as we hump, those floor muscles are pulling and pushing and rubbing up against that erectile tissue. Now you're saying, Reed, this is a hand technique. What does this have to do with oral sex? Well, the next time you go down on a vulva and you're using your tongue to stimulate the clit, to explore the labia, and get all those nerve endings all juicy and yummy, because all that skin has nerve endings as well. Use your face the next time you're performing cunnilingus to hump the outside of the vulva, and you're using your cheeks to push in against the labia. And that humping and using your face to kind of gently grind and push and maneuver against somebody's labia and those clitoral legs underneath, let's just say you should go try it the next time you have the opportunity. It's something that we don't think a lot about. And rather than putting just a lot of stimulation on the clit, using your face to create that gentle pressure while using your tongue to explore and create sensation on the entirety of the vulva and not going for the hole too soon, I've gotten a lot of good feedback about that. And it seems when I teach this stuff to really help people take their oral sex game to the next level. If this was interesting for you and you're like, oh my God, I need more, please, subscribe to my newsletter, check out my calendar, come see a workshop if we're ever in the same town. And you can do this right now. Check out Oral Sex Expertise Made Simple, which is in my store. Thank you so much. I hope this was useful. Orgasm long and prosper, my friends. Yeah.